welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are watching for the first time, then welcome. First things first, hit the subscribe button right now. Yes, hit the subscribe button so that you can get notification every time I upload a new video. Also hit the like button to help boost my video. Share to other people so that they can get this inspirational videos. And last but not least, hit the bell button so that you can get notification next time I upload a video or I do a live or a premiere. So thank you so much and welcome to my channel. So what are we talking about today? Well, a couple of weeks ago, I did a video, how to know he's a narcissist. I did a review on Derek Jackson. If you've followed me on my Instagram, Facebook, and my earring has fallen off. So, let's put this thing back on. So, if you have followed me on my social media, my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Clubhouse, all the platforms. So first and foremost, do follow me on social media. So I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, of course. I am on Twitter, Clubhouse. There are so many, right? I'm also on TikTok at Gladness Official. So now that we've done the, what do they call them now? The routine, right? Now that we've done the routine, let's get into this video. So today I am doing a part 2 of how to know he's a narcissist, and I'm gonna be sharing my own personal story. So you may have already heard the story, you may have not, but either way you need to watch this video because I'm gonna break it down based on my experiences, how to spot that he's a narcissist. So let's get started. Hi, it's Gladness here. Thank you so much for tuning in to my YouTube channel. Welcome. Guys, thank you so much, my guest speakers. We all have something unique about us. You know, we've heard this lady that makes helping you is showing you, so that when you need something else, you can be able to do it yourself. Yeah? Because it says that in verse 28, her husband praises her. Now, first of all, a narcissist, right? The first trigger, first red flag. First thing you know that someone is a narcissist, especially in the dating game, is he will love bomb you, right? He will throw bombs of love at you, right? It could be that you just met maybe online, within a week, within a couple of days. It could even be within just a month. He will start throwing love bombs at you, telling you how much he loves you, telling you how, you know, how awesome you are, and declaring this love, right? Now, don't get me wrong, you are obviously a queen and you're an amazing woman, but nobody can simply just love you within the first couple of days or a week or couple of weeks without getting to know you. Just imagine, right? Just had a conversation. Hey, how are you doing? You haven't had any serious talks about life. You haven't had any serious talks about, you know, what you do, what he does. You don't know what he does for a living properly. Like, you just have briefings, right? It's just like reading somebody's profile and then 2-3 weeks later he's declaring love for you. Girl, that is not real. Those are signs of a narcissist, because what he's trying to do is appeal to your emotion, right? Tap into your feelings, get into your feelings. And as women, our feelings can really right, get the worst of us, right? This is when it gets the worst of us, because once you get emotionally involved, then he has already got you swept off your feet. So if somebody's throwing love bombs at you, within the first couple of weeks, you need to be careful. These are clear red flags. Now, unless you spend every single day with this person and you know them inside out, and you spent a whole 3 months, and maybe you were in the big brother house or something, and you spent a whole 3 months, maybe then I could say this love could be genuine. But still, in a standard getting to know somebody, you do not love somebody so quickly when you haven't really gotten to know who they are, right? You don't really, what they're telling you ultimately is what they're after. They are lusting over you. They are not loving you, but they are lusting over you. So that is clue number 1. Next, clue number 2, right? Clue number 2 on how to know he's a narcissist, right? How to know he's a narcissist. Narcissists are very self-centered. Very self-centered, like everything is about them. Oh my goodness. I can tell you this from my experience, because I was married to a narcissist for 10 years, a whole decade. So I know pretty well when I see a narcissist, especially when it comes to this. Makes everything about them. So the things that you have to look out for example, when you go out or you're having conversations, how much do they want to know about you? How much are they interested in what you have going on in your life? Is it just a matter of everything about them? Right? Because my ex-husband, in the whole 10 years, I realized that everything that we were doing in life, everything that we were prepping, it was all about his ambitions, his career, his life. You know, I mean, even when he supported me to do my degree, because we got married very young, right? I was very young. I was still studying, did my degree, did my master's. And in that time, he was supporting me in terms of, I wanted to have a nanny. I wanted to have support. You know, his parents would come and stay with us so that I can go to school. But throughout that process, he was breeding me. He was just supporting me because he wanted me to run his business, right? Help him grow his businesses. So when I finished, and I wanted to go into my business and start doing things for myself, he was like, well, this is, what do you mean? Is this what I allowed you, literally allowed you to go to school for? He started getting frustrated. It was all well and good when I was helping him build his businesses, you know, run his life, and everything was just about him. It was never about me. It was never about what I want, what I need, how I can grow. Right? What can I do that even makes me happy? Every time I wanted to do something for myself, even if it was a simple thing such as I had a meeting, a consultation meeting, because I was still an entrepreneur back then. I wasn't thriving as much as I'm thriving now. I'm out of that environment. And that's because he would hinder my progress. If I am doing something for myself, he will find a way to sabotage that. He will ruin that. It would be a planned thing where he stays with the kids and, you know, I go out for a meeting or for an event. Believe you me, that will not happen. On the day, he will make up excuses. He will come up with something to not enable me to do something for myself. So those are triggers. You have to ask yourself, how is this relationship? You know, what do we talk about? So my another example is I try to engage, get in the dating scene and have a few chats. You know, you can imagine my DM blows up, yes, because I am a queen, and you will, most females get a lot of attention from guys. So how you spot them is when you're having chat conversations or even phone conversations, is to just observe how much are they asking about you? What are you talking about? I met a person who, you know, was very influential, seemed like the perfect person, but I realized that all the conversations was all about them, what they're doing, what they're about, you know, how they're succeeding, the plans they have. And there was absolute, you know, I would say 10% effort to find out about me. Now, a real man, a real king will be all about you, right? Because as women, we want to be cared for, we want to be heard. And if a man does not take time to get to know you, and he is not astonished or about what you have to give to the world, he's not looking to help you improve yourself, to better yourself, that is a trigger for a narcissist. So that is the second thing, right? Next, clue number 3 to know that he's a narcissist is that a narcissist will not want to commit. Narcissists do not want to commit to a relationship. They will not make any concrete conversation about where this relationship is going, right? They will not make conversations about where the relationship is going. Now, this is in terms of the dating scene, right? This is with, if you're trying to date and you're trying to find out, who this person is all about, you want to be asking direct questions about what their intentions are, what do they want from you, right? You need to have these conversations because you do not want to waste your time a year, even 6 months, even 3 months having conversation with somebody only to realize that they have no intention in settling with you. They are not looking to get married. They're not looking to make you a wife. What is the point, right? It's well and good to have nice conversations, but it's not worthwhile, right? You are a queen and you are looking to be settled. You are looking to be in a committed relationship. So a narcissist would not commit, would not talk about long-term commitment with you. They would not be telling you straight up that they are looking to commit to you. They will woo you, they will tell you sweet things, nice things. They'll be looking to get to know you, to date you, but they could be having these conversations with 10 other women. So you have to be very, very careful. Again, I'll give you some examples of chatting to a person and, you're asking, where do you see this going or what are you looking for? And they say things like, I'm really just looking to get to know you really well and see where this goes. That means this person has no agenda, no clear plan for a long commitment, because anybody, a king that is looking to settle and commit into a relationship, that would be their agenda. They are not looking to waste your time. In fact, a king does not have time to have nonsense, purposeless conversations, right? So, one of my spiritual fathers says, dating is for data. Dating is for data. So you are not trying to just have, do you even have time? Because I literally do not have time to have meaningless conversations, right? And if you're a queen, you would be the same. You're trying to build your business, you're trying to build your empire. If you are a mother like myself, you're trying to look after your kids. So why do you want to have conversations that ultimately don't have an agenda of a goal of settlement? So that is another clue for you to be careful with people that are not talking about commitment. If the word marriage is not in their agenda, flee, right? Just don't waste your time. There is no point wasting your time, because if they're telling you, they're trying to see how can they know that they're trying to get married with you if, you're not marriage material or if you don't get along. But that just needs to be your goal, right? Marriage needs to be in your goal, in your ambition, in your agenda, in your vision, so that you are approaching and having conversations with the same agenda. So lack of commitment is another sign for a narcissist, because all they're looking to do is use you, waste your time. Okay. What else? Okay, so another sign that he's a narcissist, they gaslight you. Like, this is one of the scariest ones, because just looking at my notes, they will make you believe what is not true to be true, right? They will make you believe what is not true to be true. They will point fingers at you when it's actually their fault. So I'll give you an example. It could be the simplest thing, right? The simplest of the things. I'll give you an example. For example, when I was in my long-term relationship, it could be a situation of, just let's take for example cooking, right? So He could say he would cook that night. I shouldn't worry about anything because maybe I have lots of homework from school when I was studying, and so on and so forth. But when the time comes or the time arrives and he doesn't do it, he could literally just go, I didn't say that. I never said I would cook. And you would start looking at yourself as if you're mental. You would question your own sanity because he would go back on his words as if it's nothing. And then the worst part is he would start gaslighting you in terms of pointing the finger at you like that's your fault. Well, how could you possibly think that you shouldn't cook when you're a mother? Right? How could you possibly think that it would be okay for you to spend all day doing homework and doing other things but not cook when you're a wife, right? How can you do that? It's the craziest and most painful thing ever. And it gets worse when it's continuous, and especially when you're living with a person, because you will start questioning your own sanity, right? Imagine someone going back on things, always pointing the finger at you. Like, it is never their fault. It's always your fault, right? They are never in the wrong. It's always your fault. Even if they have made a grand mistake, they will find a way to pinpoint that back at you, right? Even if they got angry. Some worst case scenarios where I wasn't physically abused, right? He never put his hand on me, but I have heard stories of narcissistic men that will physically abuse a woman and then say, it's your fault. You made me do it, right? They will start saying, you made me do it. You made me angry. You shouldn't have said that. If you didn't say that, then I wouldn't have done that. Even if they are coming to plead with you, they will never apologize. They will never say sorry for hitting you or sorry for doing this, but they would come and say, I wouldn't have done it if you didn't do this. So you have to be careful. You have to watch out for this. The other one that goes along with this red flag or characteristic is that they're compulsive liars. Oh my goodness. Narcissists will lie, point blank, just lie about everything. And they'll lie so much sometimes that they forget what they lied about. But instead of admitting, they will just create another lie, right? Now, this is, sometimes they get away with this, which is not good, because as women, we tend to have so much understanding and we belittle things like little lies thinking it's okay, but when it actually isn't. I deal with this even now. I'm separated, my narcissistic ex-husband, I deal with this up to today, where we have an appointment, we have a schedule that you pick up the kids at a certain time, and this person will just lie. They will just lie. We have an appointment for 5 o'clock, pick up the kids at 5. When the time comes, they would lie and say, there's traffic, I'm running late, right? Continuously just lie. It would get an hour later. Like, there has been times where I have waited an hour, right, for this person, and they would get on the phone and just lie. And most of the time it could just be they're so self-centered. So something better for them has come up. So you do not take priority in their life, right? So they would lie. They would lie and say they're around the corner when they are not. They could still be in their house. And this could happen even in the dating, right? You're dating somebody and they just lie about little things that just do not make any sense. Narcissists are compulsive liars. You have to be careful. And sometimes they tell some very big lies. Another example I can give you where talking to people, and again, because of my experience, ladies, I have learned to sieve, right? You have to have long, good conversations. If you're not good at this at first, write things down. When people give you information, write it down, because they could tell you that they do this for a living, right? Make grand gestures about what they do, but they are lying. They could be lying. And 2 days later, a week later, if you ask the same question about that particular thing, you could potentially get a different answer. You have to beware of this. Now, lying is not just for narcissists, but narcissists are, this is a lifestyle for them, right? They are compulsive liars. So that is something you have to watch out for. What else? What else? They are childish. Oh my goodness. Narcissists are so childish. They are irresponsible in nature and they are very childish. They will throw tantrums when they don't get their way, right? I call them childish because they will throw tantrums if things are not going according to their plan. I'll give the same example of this situation where they're running late, and they're running late, and I'm like, well, this is a little bit, it's not fair, it's not right, because now you're keeping me waiting. If you're not careful, that could lead to, well, I'm not coming. They would throw a tantrum and suddenly decide, actually, they're not going to come after all, right? That is childlike behavior. Childlike behavior. I've heard another examples of people just organizing a date. If you're organizing a date and, for example, you have to cancel, again, I advise to always try this to get to know what a person is like. If you suddenly cannot make it or you have to reschedule, watch how this person responds. They would throw a tantrum because they're so self-centered. It's like, how dare you cancel on me? But any serious man, any serious person, a king is patient. A king is understanding. Like, you have the prerogative to change your mind for something to come up, and you can reschedule. It is not the end of the world. But to a narcissist, they would become very angry at this. So those are some telltale signs that you need to watch out for. When they don't get their way, a narcissist would throw a tantrum and become very, very childish. Okay, another sign that he's a narcissist, they are not empathetic, right? With your feelings. They do not care about your feelings, your emotions, right? If you pay attention, if you start talking about how amazing maybe your day was, how you're feeling good, a narcissist would not join you in that vibe. Would not join you in celebrating that awesome feeling. They would just be so blank, right? They would just be like, oh, okay. And that's it. Or they could even change the subject completely. The subject could go from how you won an award, how you celebrating your win, to, well, I had a business meeting, or what they have going on in their life. So they do not care about your emotions. In the same way, if it's a negative emotions, they will not be empathetic. They will not be caring. Right? They will not care that you are hurt or you're feeling down, to comfort you and want to, share those moments with you. A narcissistic person would not do that. In fact, a narcissistic man would literally walk out on you during a painful emotion or when you're feeling down. This has happened to me several times with my ex-narcissistic husband, where I'm emotional, where you need somebody to comfort you in that time. And they could literally just get up and walk away. Especially even in arguments. If you're arguing with somebody and they are quickly to just walk away, you have to consider this man to be a narcissistic person. It's different to them walking away, maybe wanting to cool down, or explaining that, this is just, I'm just gonna get away for a moment. No, a narcissistic person would see you're down and literally just stomp on you or walk away from you. Okay, so last but not least, there are so many, but hey, I don't want this video to be too long, but narcissists, they don't take criticisms at all. Oh my goodness, do not criticize a narcissist. Whether it's a good criticism or negative criticism, they do not take criticisms or instructions very well. If you criticize them, tell them how to do something better, they would literally just be like, well, I know that already. They would find a reason to justify how you are not right and they are right. Right? I remember, again, dealing with a narcissistic person, and it was a simple thing, just talking about Right, and I don't know what we're talking about. Yeah, we're talking about health, right? They were talking about health, how you know, a particular product. I think we're talking about a particular food, how, and it was literally me just throwing some thoughts, and I thought we could have a conversation that doing this on a regular or drinking this thing is not good for you. Oh my goodness, this narcissistic person literally threw a tantrum, turned it into, you don't know what you're talking about, you know, I know what this thing is and what I'm doing is correct. And I just thought to myself, oh my goodness, this is so funny. In fact, you could find you could find the littlest things, like they just do not want criticisms. They know it all, and it's all about what they say. Nothing you say is viable according to them. Again, they will not come to you for general guidance. No, if they are coming to you, everything is manipulative, everything is sneaky. So I want you to beware, ladies, beware, because you do not deserve to be in this type of relationship. So those are some of the tips that I am sharing today. I do want to say, however, to conclude this, that narcissists are not necessarily born. Narcissists are actually made. Most of the time, narcissistic people grow up to be narcissists because of how they were brought up. Things like, and you know, I feel like we need to be careful. We do not breed narcissists as parents, especially. Right? We breed narcissists because we allow this self-centeredness on children. Right? It's good to show children love, show them how amazing they are, but to not allow them to just have their way, get away with things. Everything is about them, and we pamper them. Yes, we tell them how amazing they are, but we need to also be constructive with them. Allow them to also we need to learn to help them deal with their emotions as well. It's not every time when a child is crying, or you don't cry, or it's not good to cry, but actually just talk to them and deal with that emotion. Because when we don't, this is how we breed narcissists, because they do not know anything to do with empathy, comfort. And at the end of the day, you know, I'm not a psychologist or anything, but again, my earrings has dropped off. So I am not a psychologist or a therapist or anything like that, but speaking from my experience, narcissists are made. So we need to do all that we can in raising our children to avoid them becoming a narcissist. So that's it from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, so that you can get notification of my next video. Also, do like this video to help it boost on YouTube. What else? Do subscribe, hit the bell as well, so that you can get notifications every time I upload a new video or go on YouTube Live. And follow me again on social media if you haven't already. I am on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn at Gladness Official. And yeah, that's it from me today. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. It's Gladness, your purpose and passion coach. Thank you for watching.